So says last year's fees must fall protests are indicative that much still has to change 40 years since the 1976 Soweto uprisings. Our reporter Aldrin Simpier is there.
EFF is celebrating the Youth Day of 1976 when the youth of Soweto rose up and they marched against the apartheid system, against the education system, the Bantu education system at the time. And this year we are remembering those young men and women who marched through the streets of Soweto. But this year as well, what makes this year quite special is that today's Youth Day really takes place during a time that we head to the municipal elections, and of course various political parties having their campaigns all around the country, whether it is COPE in Limpopo, the DA marching through the streets of Soweto, or even the IFP in Soweto. Here today we have the EFF, which is right here in Secunda, and we expect Julius Malema to be delivering the keynote address later on this afternoon. Right now I can tell you that the members and supporters of the EFF have made their way through to the stadium. Earlier on when we were driving through the stadium, they're actually queuing up to make their way into the stadium, and we were handing out the t-shirts, the red iconic t-shirts of the EFF, and as they wait for the president, their leader Julius Malema, to deliver the keynote address. And as I was saying earlier on, that today's rallies happen at a time as we head into the municipal elections, and of course what we should expect is emphasis around the election manifestos of the different political parties, and it's no different for the EFF as well. Just driving around this stadium, you have the different posters of the EFF echoing the manifesto of the EFF, which includes free water, free housing, free electricity for poor families. Also lots of emphasis around employment, and that's something that we should expect during Julius Malema's speech as well. But what I can tell you is happening at the moment. Earlier on we had members of the EFF, of course, singing different struggle songs. They have been asked to keep quiet a bit while we have the SAPS members sniffing through the area, combing out the area. And normally what would happen is that when an event like this takes place, something like that would normally happen before people make their way into the stadium. But this time around it is something different. I can also tell you that there is a high level of police visibility both outside the stadium and inside the stadium. So this is quite a secure area, and we can see the police trying to make sure that the area remains safe throughout the day and that the event goes out without any hindrance.
The IFP